It's the 10th anniversary of CBS Watch Magazine, and we're on the red carpet to talk with some of the network's biggest stars. So get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Before we even start, I have to see this party favor. This has got to be the best thing ever.
It's a lollipop with my face on it.
That means you've made it. Once you have a lollipop with
made it. I'm on a dessert.
CBS Watch Magazine, the network. Talk to me about being here to support all of it.
You know, I was lucky enough to do a shoot with them one time, and we shot in Paris, and it was such a pleasure. We had so much fun, and they do great work. So I'm really happy to come down tonight and not be working, so I can come down and celebrate.
Speaking of working, Blue Bloods, it's a show that just keeps on going.
Yeah, hopefully it'll keep going.
You're like renew.
Yeah.
Talk to me about being part of the show. The family feel of it is so unique for television. It's got to be just so cool.
It is nice because that is the aspect people always comment on about the family, and being part of that family dinner for the viewers, I think, is a special moment, and it kind of makes everyone reflect on their own family and hopefully get together more often.
When I talked to Tom, he talked about the familial relationship on the show, that you guys really are family. Talk to me about that dynamic on set.
Well, Tom especially. Tom is like a grandfather to me. Bridget is like a mother. With Tom, I'll talk to him about acting choices I'm making, and then in the same sentence we'll be talking about things I'm studying at college. He gives me paper topics to write. I wrote two 25-page papers last year, both of which were given to me based upon episodes that we had done covering issues that we had covered on the show, and articles that he had given me that pertained to those episodes that I then used to write political science, like dissertations. So he is involved in my career, my education, just all of it. And I think that really shows how much our relationship, and everybody's relationship on the show, extends beyond a work situation.
Being on a political show, when you see what's happening with today's political climate, and then if there's an overrunning plot, it's got to be fun to mirror some of the things happening in the real world, right?
Well, I have to say that the writers on this show, starting with Barbara Hall, who created it and who oversees production on all of the writing of the episodes, these guys are remarkably prescient in what they come up with. The political scenarios that they get us all involved with on a weekly basis. Somehow we manage to dive into stuff that becomes topical just about the time the show airs. I don't know how they do that.
They're telling the future.
It's kind of amazing, yeah.
You get to work with two of the best veterans on TV, from Kade to Tim. I love both of them. Talk to me about what you take away from and soak up from that experience.
I mean, I just soak up acting experience from that. I mean, getting to work with these people, I watch them as I'm acting with them. I watch them on TV when we're finished, and I just see how fluid and normal they are and how we act as a family so naturally. That's what I love, is that it works so well. The family works so well together because of them.
You've got one of the more unique shows and unique formats on television for what you do. What have been one or two stories that you look back and that have just blown your mind and moved you?
Well, too recently, we profiled a woman named Christy O'Connell, who was dying of lung cancer and was fighting for the right to die legislation in California. She came on our stage with a month left to live and just showed so much grace and dignity. To this day, I remember her every day. I think about her, and then yesterday she passed. And stories like that, or the story today where a man literally was frozen to death overnight after falling on the way home. His dad found him frozen, and the doctors didn't give up, and he survived. So those kinds of stories, I tell you, I say that hosting the doctors and being an ER doctor, I have to believe in miracles.